How's it going, everybody? Jody here, back with another episode in my Satisfactory series. This is episode 14, and today we're getting a little wet and wild with oil. You thought I was going to throw in something else there, didn't you? But no, today is all about oil. So, yeah. So last episode, at the end of last episode, we did a little ping. And we discovered that there's oil located over here. There's actually two oil nodes right there. So that was the result of a little ping that we did. And we can send that out again here. We'll just send out another little ping. Take a look at our map and watch the goodness up here. So there's one there. One there. And there's two here. So this one here is just a normal, so I don't know if we're going to touch that. I guess it depends on where it is. We'll have to figure that out. But these two here are very, very, very interesting. So we're going to head out. We're going to head over to those guys. And basically check out the lay of the land first. And then kind of move forward from there. And that's basically it. That's the whole shebang. So let's get to it. How much fuel we got in here? Speaking of fuel, speaking of gas, speaking of stuff we need to get to and fro. We got to get to and from. Alright, so let's roll our little butts out. Head up to the oil refinery. Or at least where the oil refinery should be, or will be, or might be. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. I guess we'll figure out if we're going to put it there or not. But I'm kind of glad I left this road open. Didn't block it off, because it looks like it's going to head straight that direction. There's some weird Oh, hi. I was going to say, there's some weird formations around here. Boom. Just the one guy blocking this one?
Not consumed. The void arms and void metals and desecrated temples follow a Vedic melody.
Oh, you understand.
Oh, there it is.
The tapestry unraveled, revealed its texture. Your veins weave familiar patterns. Your vessels grow organs and eyes and mouths, and the ripples lap against our windows.
Was it intentional?
All that is shallow shall sing our deep song, and when the windows break the void shall be a metal grave.
Not exactly sure what you're talking about there. Keep talking, I guess. Any berries for doggos? Even though every time I find a doggo, it fucking runs away before I can get it. It seems to vanish. Okay, so I don't actually think this is the area. What are you guys guarding? There's a hole there. Cave of some kind. Alright, let's take a quick look here. I feel like caves usually have good except for spiders. Caves also have spiders, which I would not consider a good thing. Well, stingers. Stingers, I guess, would be the proper term. Hey, we got geyser over here. There's a geyser right there. Cool. That could be a power source later in game. Hello? Oh, bullshit, you're still alive. There's trees in here, too. Oh, I think I see a Mercer. Do you see more spiders? Throw that down there. Make sure.
This fleeting temple hums a resident song. Play for us.
Yay! The Mercer. That's worthwhile. We get 2 Mercers now from this little trip. Oh, Jesus. There's another one. Three Mercers all together here. Uh-oh. There we go. Excuse me. I feel like there's going to be something here that's going to try to kick my ass. This is definitely a parkour event. But we're gonna parcheese it. Leaves. I want to pick up leaves. This is why you get these early on. These walkways, catwalks. This is why you get the catwalks early on. They are so useful in getting stuff like that. Oh, Doggo! Too far from home, buddy. I mean, I will definitely come back to get you. I figured out how to bring you home. Okay, we have, what is this? This is iron. What is over here? Quartz. We're getting the shit out of them. Quartz. Okay, so we have an iron node here. We have a quartz node here. How far away am I from my oil nodes? Oh, here's something else. Is that another iron? Water there. Water's a good thing. Okay, here's another iron. I think this is another iron. It is. Or wait, is that copper? That's iron. Okay. Holy shit, what's over there? Could have built a friggin' base here. Look at all the friggin' resources around here. Oh, and there's a doggo. Doggo. I like you, doggo. I would like to take you home, but we're so far away. Oh, dude. You ran away. Maybe because I had my left note? Or maybe because I was too close to it? there's 2 iron nodes here. There's another node down there. What the frig, man? And there's a copper. Look at this place. There's a limestone. Oh my god, if I would have known about this heaven, I would have built over here. This is amazing. Another iron there. Got a massive water source right here. Well, massive in relative terms. This place is awesome. I could definitely set up a bunch of factories right here. Oh, fuck off. And there's coal here too, and there's oil. Motherfuck, like, what the? Now I'm speaking in cursive. What the fuck? This place is amazing. There are so many resources here. What the hell? And look at the nice massive flat area. This is insane. What the hell? Oh, I wish I would have known about this place first. God damn. Oh, and this is the oil. This is my oil nodes. 2 right here. What the f... Come on. This is crazy. This place is... Not only does it look nice, like this is gorgeous terrain. Not only does it look nice, but this is a frickin' ridiculously nice area. Herd over here. We got a jackass garden it. Boom. Oh my god, this area is ridiculous. Is that a lake down? Wait, no. What's down there? Ooh. It's a little ways down. This is crazy. Are you kidding me? Are you still fucking alive? What the hell's going on over here? Here, hold on to this, you son of a bitch. Now you ain't alive anymore. Why this place wasn't on my radar? Holy crap. This place is amazing. Look at this. What the fuck am I... And there's another hard drive up there. Oh my god. I almost feel like moving my main base. This place is amazing. Like, I'm seriously considering moving my main base. Just extending my line up to here. This doesn't even have a...
Surface genetic sampling indicates this freighter may have come from a planet run by apes.
What the fuck? Run by apes? This place is wild. Okay, I have to seriously consider this now because I am 100% like going gaga over this friggin' this area. The only thing I don't see here is Caterium. But it could... Uh-oh. The only thing I don't see here is Caterium. And Sam. I don't see Sam. But I'm really not that far away. That was a pretty straight truck route. I could easily bring the Caterium and the SAM via truck over here. Actually, I think the Caterium is... Where's the Caterium? Caterium's like somewhere over here, I think, between us. So I've already got like half that. I'm already going that distance. Man, this is such a nice area over here. God, look at this. I can't get over this. We have iron, we have quartz. Like I said, the only thing I think... It's pure iron. Are these all pure? Look, we got a highway coming in and out of here already. Normal quartz, that's fine. We're not really using that much quartz anyways. This is insanity. Oh, and is that another limestone? That's another limestone. I was gonna say, if this is a SAM deposit, we're moving fucking now. Okay, so we got a second limestone deposit. We got water right here. This is wild. And there's no need to really tear down my existing factory. Well, my existing location, I should say. There's no need to tear that down. I could repurpose that into something more specific. But this place is gorgeous. Beautiful, nice, flat. Look at the terrain here. It's huge. It's flat, open, massive. I don't think I can scan for Caterium yet, can I? Oh, I can. Do we have a Caterium like close here? Or is it going to be mine? Oh. So we have a Caterium that's roughly the same distance away as the one that's already there. It's just right here. And those are both pure. God damn. What was the other one? SAM? Can we scan for SAM? We can. This one's gonna be over here by our base, right? Yep. Okay. So SAM is a good distance away, but that's like the only resource we're missing is SAM. We could truck that in very, very easily. Damn. You know what? I think we're moving, guys. I think we're moving. In fact, I can almost guarantee we're moving. We got everything we need here. Iron, quartz. Where are the other iron nodes? I want to make sure they're good quality. Our friggin' oil is here? Everything's here. We got 2 iron nodes there. This one's normal. Okay, that's fine. Is this one normal? Okay, that's fine. So 2 normals make up a pure. We have a copper over here. It's a pure. Okay. The limestone over here. It's a pure. Another iron. It's a pure. So we have 2 pures. For just iron alone, we have 2 pures and 2 non-pures. We have a coal over here, which means we can fucking even make steel here. Like, what are we doing? Okay. I know what we're doing. We're building here. We're building here, folks. Welcome to our new home base. This is our new home base. My God. We can stretch it out that way. We can stretch it out. This is a huge area. Okay, this is our new home base, guys. You know, we're settling in. I'm gonna make sure everything's off the ground because I don't really want to destroy this nice, beautiful landscape. I'll make sure everything's off the ground. So we're gonna put everything on stilts. For those who are a little thick and don't realize what I was saying. We're gonna put everything on stilts. I guess is that a good height? Yeah, that's probably a good height. I don't want it too tall because I don't want to have to, you know, drive this shit up all over the place. Oh, you know what? I should probably go... should I go a tiny bit higher so I can put some nice conveyor belts under it? Probably, eh? Let's leave some nice conveyor belt room under it. That looks good. That's good there. Okay. Let's stretch this son of a bitch out this way. Look how far we can go. We can go way the hell over here. There's a road out here that goes somewhere. This is an absolutely amazing location. Like, why did nobody tell me this is here? You probably didn't know. You probably didn't know either. How could you? How could you know? We're on a random friggin' seed. There's no way you could have possibly known. We're dealing with random resources here. Nobody knows this map. I mean, I guess I could... No, I'm not going to do that. No, that is not something I will do. I was about to say, I guess I could pop this map into the Satisfactory... what the hell's that thing called? The Satisfactory map thingy website. Because I think it'll show you your maps. Like if you put your map in there, I think it'll display your map with all the resources and stuff. I think. I've never tried it. But I think I've read that somewhere. But that's not something I'm really interested in doing. It's just the thought just suddenly entered my head and I was like, ooh. But then I was like, no. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. And that's not a slight or a diss to anybody who does. I want to be clear on that. I am not judging anybody who does go there and puts their, you know, save in to see where everything is. This is a non-judgmental space. I'm just saying that's not something we're gonna do for this playthrough. This is a place where we do not pass judgments. The only judgments I have is if you're not enjoying the game. Then you can go fuck yourself. No. Like, well, that's a little abrupt. If you're not enjoying the game, piss off. Go watch somebody else. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Everybody's welcome. Unless you're an asshole, then you're not welcome. We have our ways of dealing with people like that. Oh, I have burned through all my concrete. I have zooped my concrete away. Well, alright. Yeah, I've totally zooped my concrete away. So I'm gonna go as far as I can this way. Because I need to start laying up the base for the factory. Yay! I can place the concrete! Okay, so in my blueprints here, if I go down to factories, you'll see that I have a couple of factories. If I come down here to, where the hell are they? Where are my starter factories? Oh, here we are, basics factories. So I have a starter factory. This is the one that takes 240 iron ore, sends everything from the iron plates to the reinforced iron plates into the dimensional depot. This one is a little bit less advanced than my basics factories. I call these my basics factories. Now, the only problem with my basics factories is after I've placed them into the world in my last game, the one that I mentioned at the very start of this video series, the game that was what did I say, 80 something hours. I had like 80 hours or 85 hours or something into the game, and I just said fuck it and deleted it, or I should say the video series. So that game, I had placed these down. I made these for that game, and I had placed them down, and I had made improvements to them that didn't get back into the blueprints. So when I place these, you're probably going to see me running around going, what the fuck did I do last time to improve this? Because there are drastic improvements that can be made to this design with very minimal adjustments. One of the ones that I do remember is I use copper. I use copper for the wire, or no, I use iron to make the wire for the reinforced plates, which then go into crafting the modular frames. By removing the iron from there and putting in Caterium wire, not quick wire, but wire made from Caterium, I was able to increase the production of the modular frames drastically. I had it up to like 8 or 9, 10 a minute. And then what I did afterwards, after I boosted up all of this stuff, plus the concrete part of it, I added to the concrete part of it, I added 2 more constructors to take more concrete, or to make more concrete, and then I shifted the concrete and the additional frames over to a factory. Well, I don't have it here because it wasn't really a factory that I built. It was just something I placed. I had I made the next tier up from this, the heavy modular frames. I was making those using extras that came from these factories. Because I was able to boost the production of these factories, I was able to shift that production into making the heavy modular frames. And so I added that to this factory. And it actually turned out that these 2 factories became a huge producer for me. So I'm going to have to figure out what I did there. If I'm using those factories, which I probably am, I will have to figure out what the hell I did there. Because that was a massive improvement on the amount of resources I had available to me. Okay, so I'm going to... what I'm going to do is start the process of moving stuff over. It's going to be it's going to be rough. So bear with me. I was going to do fuel this... I was honestly going to do fuel this episode, but I think relocating is going to be far more important than getting the fuel going. At this point, right this minute, I think right this minute, relocating is going to be a much more beneficial thing than getting our fuel power up and running. This, you can see how close we are. We're actually not that far from here, which means we could very easily we could keep this here, making the steel and run it that way. Or we could make steel over there, because we do have a coal node and an extra iron node over there, in addition to what we're currently doing. So, I mean, there's a lot of options right off the bat. I am going to keep our platform here, even if we do a teardown. I am going to keep the platform here. And we are going to use this as probably a secondary base. I might even keep the space elevator here. I don't know about that. But this building, nothing's going to happen with this platform. This platform is going to stay here. We're just going to shift gears and probably focus this structure on a specific item, or maybe two specific items. We might switch it to maybe two specific items. I would think. Now the downside here is I'm not going to have storage like this anymore, because this system doesn't use that kind of storage. I could very easily build that kind of storage. In fact, I might just have the sushi line do sorting into a storage like this. Because this guy is, that factory I just showed you is built with a sushi line coming out of it to go into the sink. And all I would really have to do is put a manifold on that sushi line to filter off these guys, you know, the items, and put them into boxes like this. So it's not a big deal. That'd be a very, very simple thing to do. So yeah, so far I don't see any kind of hiccups that would stop us from moving forward with this project, or with this plan. Okay, I'm just going to sync these items because we likely have all of them. So I'm just going to sync these. Okay, I'm going to run the hard drive in the MAM, because you don't actually have to have the MAM placed while the hard drive is running. I'm also going to grab a crap ton of concrete. I'm going to grab the rest of our... I'm going to grab our cable. And I'm going to grab wire, because we're going to need this to manufacture the other stuff. Okay, we're also going to need the Mercer spheres. Okay, I don't know that we need slugs or anything. Let me check my factories here. So this one needs 5 Mercers. This one needs... Ooh, this one needs 7. Okay, so... 5 and 7... Ouch! Well, we have the 7, so we only need another 5. So we'll have to figure out how we're going to tear down 5. We could take this one... Well, what's this one? We could take this one probably right now. We could take our concrete one. That's 2. This guy is cable. We could take that. 3. What we're not going to need over here... What aren't we going to need? We're probably going to need... We might need the steel pipes. And the steel... We might need those. I don't think that we're going to need these guys. There's 4, 5. I think we're good. I think we're good on spheres now. And I'm going to take this box here, because that's going to put AI limiters into my inventory, and I do believe I use sorters. So having the AI limiters in my inventory is going to be a good thing. This might be one thing that I'm not making over there, though. I don't think I have AI limiters. I don't think I have AI limiters in that factory. Ooh. I don't think I do. Hold on. This one does iron plate, rods, wire, reinforced iron plate, and cable. This one does copper sheets, steel beams and pipes, screws, encased industrial beams, and modular frames. So it does not do the AI limiter. Okay. So leaving the AI limiter here might be actually a good idea. So let's do that. We will leave that here. I hate how you can't just... I'm gonna bump it back just a tiny bit so I don't have to take this frickin' line out. Just connect it up. There, enjoy. Okay, so I'll leave the AI limiter here. There might be a few other things here we'll leave as well. Like the Nobelisks. We might leave that here. Maybe not, though. I didn't see sulfur up there. That was another thing I didn't see. Okay, we're gonna walk this time because we got to take power with us. So let's do a walk over there. We'll just take our power from here, and we'll head on over. So we need a power tower. I think we'll park it on the other side of this. So some of these factories aren't going to go with us. Some of them will. Actually, most of them will be tore down. Some of them won't though. Some of them won't. We're going to leave some of them. But a lot of them will be tore down. Yeah, that's good enough, I guess. Let's face in the right direction. Okay. So we'll go from here to there. Okay, and then we'll run this guy this way. So yeah, some of this infrastructure will stay, some of it will be torn down, some of it will be adjusted. Like the steel ingots will probably not come this way, they'll have to go the other way. And the Caterium will also have to go to the other way. Or wait, I can't send the Caterium the other way. I might split the Caterium. So part of it comes here, part of it goes there. Because I will need Caterium at that base as well as this base. I think the AI limiters use the Caterium. I'll put that up there. That'd be totally cool. Let's see if we can shove it up there and make it actually look decent. Okay, so that looks decent on this side. How does it look on the other side? Put sticking a little over the edge there. Okay, but that works. Okay. Does that look good on this side? And I know looks don't matter, you just place the damn thing. But you know me, I don't like things when they're sitting hovering in the air. I'll make sure it's not hovering. That actually looks good. Can I bring it down at all? No. Okay, we'll just place it there. I think that looks great. Alright. Over to the next rock. I was gonna say, there's no way it's gonna let me put it that deep into a friggin' rock surface. Ooh. You're gonna be one that wants me to hover. For some reason. I don't know why it wants me to hover. Is the rock weird shaped? Not really. Yeah. I guess as long as I don't really notice an oddness, like a glaring oddness from down here, I'm fine with it. Thrusters! have much fuel, so kinda still using that, but whatever. It is what it is. Head that way. Accelerate. Oops. I think we're almost back. Maybe. Where am I going to put this tower? Whoop. Well, that could be helpful. Get up there. That's helpful. Okay. Where can I put this tower? Over here, maybe? How's that? Right. Okay. The next tower will be way over there. I think we're almost all the way back, actually. I don't think we have much farther to go. We're getting into some flat land, which is kind of symbolic of where we're building, so that looks like that might go through a tree. I'll fix that in a minute. If it goes through a tree, we'll remove the tree. We want to be able to ride these lines. I want to be able to ride the lightning. Where else our platform that we're making? Is that it there? I like that. If it'll actually go there. Nice. Yeah, that's our platform right there. Nice. Okay. Go up a tiny bit. That'll be our power line coming right in over top of the base. I like that idea. Okay. And then we'll have the main power station. Where's our power tower platform? We'll put it over here. Maybe over by the mines. Oh wait, this is the, where am I? Okay, that's the coal and the oil. Okay, so that's the coal and the oil, which means over here is where the iron is. Or should be. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna tame you. Okay, so this is where the iron is here. So let's put this tower here. This will be our end point. This will be our end point, but we're not just gonna willy-nilly this. We're gonna put it in line with the base. So where is our base marker? Right there. Okay. I'm not gonna leave all this concrete here. This is just to get me a platform for the tower, which I think is good right there. That should be fine. I don't use the world grid because I don't like how the world grid actually lines up with most of the world, ironically enough. But I do use base grids. I will stick with the grid of my base. Okay, so this is going to be our power coming in. So we'll put our power tower platform on this here, which is a nice place to put it, I think. What do you guys think? I think it's a nice place to put it. I might actually want to go up one more. One more foundation. One more thick foundation. Make it more of a solid platform here. There we go. We'll put our power tower. Lock it down. And bring it out to maybe there. Back this way one. Oh, you're going to be a little dirty rat, aren't you? A bit forward. It should hopefully line it up on every corner. Perfect. Boom. Okay. Whoops. So let's run our power line from here over to there. There we go. So now we have our power run. We have those there. Okay, let's get our factory blueprint here. This ain't a small factory, by the way. So we're gonna go with our basics factory. This is the plate rods, wire, all that good stuff. Our furnace input is on this side. Okay. See, I probably want the furnace input on the back, like that. Where is my sushi line? Where the hell's my sushi line? You bastard. Where are you? Okay, so this is my input. Or wait. Oh, sushi line's on top. Okay. That's my sushi. Okay. So this is my input here along the back. So this is my iron coming in. All right. I can bring this all the way over, actually. I bring this all the way over to here. Okay, so this is my iron input here. Come across. That's my sushi line output there. Okay. And everything is lined up there. Okay, this all looks good. Hopefully I have room for the rest of the factory on this side here. I actually think I should bring this back closer to the water here. So if I'm going to run water out of that hole, I am going to run pipes probably under the base. So we want to maximize the space we have here. I should bring this back as far as I can. As far as I dare. Let's line it up with the next block right there. Okay. So are we good? I think we're good. I think we are good right there. Excuse me. All right. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna have to take out some of these blocks because they're double blocks. And that's where we end our double blocks. So let's just come along here. So I can mark that. Oh. Oh, the double blocks were only out here. Okay. Okay. So those aren't double blocks. Okay, those aren't double blocks then. Okay. Let's put these back in. Okay, so here is our... Boom. And I'm going to just clear out... I'm going to drop the bomb over here. Hopefully it doesn't take that tree out. It took that tree out. Shit. Oh, but it didn't take those two little guys. Alright. I don't want to clear cut the land. And what is going on with Bean? Bean? Why are you walking through? You son of a bitch. Get out of here. You're already starting up. I just got here and you're already starting up. Oh my god. Okay. So now, unfortunately, I think that tree's got to go. So let's... Fucking took out the other tree too. You gotta watch with these bombs, man. They hit such a large area. Such a large area. Ugh. Yeah. They are ruthless. Anyway. Okay. So our other factory has to go in here. This little tree's got to go. Guaranteed. Alright. So this factory's in. It needs 100 and something, 20 something iron. I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. Where's our second factory? Oh, we're missing 40 of the... We're missing 40 of the... or 30. We're missing 30 of the thingies. These guys. So, unfortunately, we have to go back. Which is fine. It's all fine. I keep hearing some rattling, and I keep going to go yell at the cat. But it's not the cat. It sounds like wind is knocking around the... Sounds like wind is knocking around the, like a breeze. Coming in the bathroom window and knocking around the shower curtain. Like, what are you doing back there, cat? You know, most pet owners can probably relate to that. You hear noises, and you know you're the only one in the house, and you're like, what the fuck's the dog up to? Or what the fuck the cat's up to? And then it ends up not being them, and you're like, oh, now I feel horrible. Okay, so this is coming together nicely. So far. We should have full production of basically everything that we're already making relatively quick here. It's going to be a fast transition. What's going to be slow is getting everything over here. What's going to be fast is getting everything up and running. We will need to shift the steel this way. You son of a bitch, I'm going to go right into that tree. I wonder if I'll ride through it. Or if I will stop dead. We're about to find out. Nope. Stop dead. Okay, Mr. Tree. I'll give you a chance. I'm stuck trying to get back up to the line, which I can do right here. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so there's our sand that we're gonna have to shift. Well, partially shift. We'll just put a splitter on the line and send some of it the other way. I think we can completely shift our steel production. We'll have to look at... Hey, what the fuck? Hey, here we go. Hey, buddy. No. Let go. We got another Mercer.
Look through the window and hello world.
How nostalgic.
Hello
In
world.
the beginning, there were the words, and the words made the world.
Oh my god.
I see you have been doing research. I must say you make for interesting conversation.
Get on the line.
Conversation.
Singing together. Communication.
Our two is only plug at the strings of the tapestry.
Are you saying this is only the beginning?
In the beginning, there were the words, and the words made the world. The words turned into song, open the windows. The song played with instruments, weave the tapestry. a tapestry of temples and shrines, bodies and bones. Orchestral harmony, us, we, ours.
Wow. Okay, so I think what I'm going to use... Oh, there's a few things I'm going to use this base for. First off, I'm going to keep the AI limiters going. But second, I think I'm going to actually do some full processing on the SAM. So not only do we have these guys, which we'll need, because way at the end we'll get converters, and they are basically powered on reanimated SAM. But we'll also have this base put out these, which is going to be a much cleaner process. Because I do have a factory built for that too. Okay, well, we'll have to move all this stuff over. We'll have to move that over. We'll have to take this down, move it. We'll have to move that. Please give me my fucking Caterium wire, you piece of shit. Ugh! I want to strangle somebody. Like, come on. Why is it so hard to get the damn wire? Like, there's this, but that's not good enough. I don't want fused wire that I gotta make in an assembler. Ugh. Well, this new factory makes iron out of, or makes wire out of iron, so I don't have to deal with that. But anyway, although it does, like I said, it does use deuterium for the upper one, so I will need that recipe eventually if I want to speed it up. But what the hell else was it? What was I doing? What was I doing? My brain's gone. What am I doing? I lost my brain. I know what I'm doing. I need these guys. I need these. Give me my shit. I think that was another thing I was doing. I was making... I want to say I was using steel to make the pipes, but then I shifted it over to using iron. I think that was another adjustment I made, or it was, or vice versa. It could have been vice versa. It could have been that I was using iron, or that I was using steel and switched to iron, or I was using iron and switched to steel. I do remember switching the pipes over though, because it made more sense to focus, I think, the steel on the steel plates, or the steel beams, rather than wasting steel on pipes, which I could just shift over to iron. There was a change I made there. It's going to take me a little bit to rediscover all those changes that I made to the system. But once I do rediscover those, it's going to be a drastic improvement over what we're doing now. These factories are actually pretty... they're much better suppliers. I think it. Alright, back to go. I just have to be careful and make sure that I'm not cutting anything from over here that I am not making over there. Encased industrial beams, all that kind of stuff. I am making over there. So those factories I'll be able to cut. Well, that's interesting. Really pretty cool. But I care. I'd rather go through the ground than be hovering above it. Honestly. Okay, so there's the Caterium mine we're going to have to split, which doesn't appear to be a problem because that line's not even moving right now. Uh-oh. No! Well, that worked. That works. I'm good with that. And we can go through these little trees without any issues, so I'm fine with that too. It's a nice little river there. Although I think the little river comes to an abrupt end here, doesn't it? Yeah, right there. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The river just ends. It's coming down, 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 and just stops. It doesn't go anywhere. There's no like underground there or anything. It just stops. Okay. So we still have a little bit of fuel. Okay. Now, the sushi line. Where's the sushi line? On this guy, it comes down and out here. Okay. I eventually move that. I do move that. I don't have it coming down there anymore. I have it kind of coming down kind of in front of these guys, I think. I think that's where I shifted it to. Or, no. The other factory I normally put here. I normally put it on this side, and then I have the sushi line running down that way. So I'm going to have to look at the sushi lines, how they're set up, because that's important. I need both of them to be going the same direction at the end. So let's go to our multiple factory here. This is the one we call it. Limestone, iron, copper, and steel. Yes, this is our crazed factory. Okay, what am I missing? Reinforced plate? How could I be missing reinforced plate? Am I not crafting it at the other building? Did I pull that one? And regular plate. Wait a minute. Did I pull those? I didn't pull that. Or did I? Regular plate should still be going in. It is. Okay, I have 400 of it. Did I need more? Wow, that is going up slow. Holy shit. That just went from 104 to 105. Why is that so slow? Because the factory I'm putting in right now is the one that's going to be making the reinforced plate, I think. Or does this guy... Please tell me this guy makes the reinforced plate. If I can get him up and running then. If he makes the reinforced plate, I think he does. Do you have an assembler up there? Perk. Do you have an assembler? You have assemblers. Okay. I'm... Irk. I will put stairs up to here eventually. Are you making reinforced plate? You are. Okay, so this is my reinforced plate factory. Awesome. And the reinforced plate comes out, and it goes into... Huzzah. Which I do think I need to fix these. I don't think they flow. I remember something about they paste weird or something like that. Okay. So this one needs... I gotta get iron into here. Let's do that right now. This is a pure node here. We'll put a... Although these are two... Wait. These are two non-pure nodes. Right? These are two normal nodes? Yes. Okay. Let's combine these two normal nodes and make it pure. We'll shove it into that factory. Oh, wait a minute. That factory doesn't need... Hold on. Oh. You do need 200. You do need 270 iron ore. Okay. So wait, 270 iron ore. Ooh. Ooh. That's Did I map that? This is only going to give me 240 from these two. Am I sure I mathed that right? Oh, we got the copper up here. Okay. Copper, limestone. Excellent. I don't know if I mathed that right. But, you know, let's assume I did. Let's assume that I did. I'll run this guy and that guy together to get into there. We'll assume that math is correct. We will put our logistics. We need a conveyor merger. Come on. Let me put you on a platform there. I need you to be lined up with the friggin' platform. Yeah, that'll work there. Buy that. Okay. Mark III belt. You go there. Are you already a Mark III belt? I think you are. Yep. Okay. We're gonna need 2 mines, which we're gonna have to craft the miners. Let's go. Production. What am I doing? I need the friggin'. I can't do production yet. I need the workshop. Two for these guys. Oh, I'm gonna need more of these guys. I might as well just make a bunch. Okay, so the plate is definitely going up. It is definitely going up. I'm thinking I just didn't have enough plate here. Iron plate's not going up though. Look at the iron plate. Did I take that out? I might have taken that out accidentally. That might have been one of the things I took down. But no need to worry. We're gonna have that back up and running here in a second. So put a Mark II miner on here. Just face him that way. Mark II miner on this guy. And we'll face him kind of this way. We'll put that into here. This into that. I'm gonna replace this with a curve one because I fucking can't stand the stupid default ones that just do stupid. Can't stand the default ones that do stupid. It's either got to be straight or it's got to be curved. One or the other. Okay. So we have all this ready to go. Now we need power. So let's get off the little power line. Bring it down to here. Hopefully this does not fucking kill our grid. I hope and I pray that this does not kill our grid. Because that would suck. Big steaming hairy monkey balls. Sorry for that image. It's just what came out. Alright. So, doing that not only allows me to get it around the corner, it also allows me to have 8 connections right here. Alright, that should power up the whole factory. We get this guy powered up, we'll get that guy powered up, and then we will go look at our power usage and keep our fucking fingers crossed that we don't just kill the whole... Ooh, maximum consumption is 2,000 a day. Although our maximum capacity is 21, so we're still in the green zone. We're still in the green zone. Okay. Okay, so this is going to produce most of our early resources. It's going to take it a little bit to, of course, get up and running because it's a manifold system. So this guy's got to fill up first, and this guy will fill up, and then this guy will fill up. style fill up. And then it'll work its way down to the end. Because see, these guys aren't even really producing anything yet. It's getting like a 1, and then it sits. And then get a 1, and then it'll sit. So but once those guys are all up and running, it'll be a much nicer system. I think, if I remember correctly, what I did to fix the sushi line is I got rid of this. And I think I shifted it down that way to join up with the sushi line from the next building. I'm pretty sure that's how I handle that. Bean! Listen, you little fuck. Okay, so there's we got wire going out. This side uses iron for everything. It uses iron to make our wire. It uses iron to, I believe, cable. I think that goes upstairs to make cable, if I remember correctly. I could probably put my... See, once I had all this going, once I had this factory completely going, then I installed my catwalks, and that was how I got around. So I think I can install the catwalks on this side. I'm pretty sure I'm safe to install the catwalks on this side. I put a little catwalk there, and then I put some along this edge. Oh, I'm gonna have my power cables removed. Well, you know what? I'll back it up to the tube out here, and then I'll put my stairs over here, I guess. That didn't go right, did it? Oh no, it did. Okay. Put me downstairs here, and blocks it. So this is my stairs up to my second floor of the factory. Now on the second floor, I think I'm pretty sure I'm making cable over here and iron rods. Am I making iron rods here? I'm making iron rods here. Okay. Part of those go into there. Part of them go out. But I've got an issue here. The looks of it, I got nothing tracing up this line. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes the other cable, and then this. Yeah, because we're not up to full speed yet. I think it's going to go up, or is it? No, it's going to go through. Okay, is this broken? Yeah, I think this is broken. I think this Mark II lift is broken. This is. I had to fix lifts and stuff because of things like this. Oh, yeah. The wire gets it first. Okay, that wasn't broken. Excuse me. The wire gets it first because the wire's used for additional right. And then the extra goes upstairs. Because once this place is fully up and running, this thing goes flying. Now the reason I did that was because you can see here, all of these splitters, they're just regular splitters. But what I'm doing is I'm feeding the wire first, and then I feed the rods upstairs. So I make sure I have, excuse me, I make sure I have plenty of sheets, I make sure I have plenty of wire and cable, and then rods get a priority after that. So once the stuff backs up, once the stuff starts backing up, and that's the reason why these are slower lines, so they can back up. But once they start backing up, then the iron goes upstairs. And our iron still probably isn't at full tilt here. We're still probably, no, we're still barely running. This thing is, it takes time to get the full tilt. It's out of here. This should be almost a constant flow of ingots out of here. There should be no gaps. So there'll be a constant influx here, constant inflow here, constant flow here pretty much. And then we'll start working its way down, working its way down, its way down. And I don't know why I shrunk down my line here so it slows down. I'm trying to be efficient, I guess. Efficiency don't feed the bulldog. Efficiency don't feed the bulldog. You want your manifold to back up quickly, you gotta jam that ore in there. I do have tier 4s as well, tier 4 belts. So I could start jamming her in here even further by putting the tier 4 belt here. A few of them. Start jamming the flow through here on the tier 4 belt. I'm going to speed up this manifold filling up fast. Now we're gonna see some friggin' iron moving. See both of these lines running full bore now. He's like, here, take it all. Alright, then we'll have a straight stream of ingots coming through, which we now currently do. Okay, that's exactly how that should look. Okay, and we have ingots, ingots, ingots. Now we're going to start speeding up firing ingots through here. Okay, what's going to happen is this machine will get full. Once this hits 100, then she's going to start firing them upstairs. I run this like a manifold too, because I wanted to make sure that this machine got filled before they started going up. So once this hits 100, which won't take long. Oh, we're going to start seeing some go up early. Awesome. Okay. Because we have a little bit of backup happening here. We have a Mark III belt coming in. We've got a Mark I belt going out, so we do have some backup happening. Some early backup. As soon as you hit 100, we're going to start seeing some shit going on upstairs. Oh, so close. Seven, 98, 99. It starts going. There we go. Now she's got the upstairs flow going. All right. And we are almost out of fuel. I keep accidentally jumping the jetpack. Okay, so now we're going to start seeing over here. Over where? Over here. There's our... Well, this is from, I think this is from, yeah, this is further from downstairs. So the iron ingots come up over here. They come through. And their first stop is rods, which I think we only have one rod maker. Their next stop is over here for wire, the iron wire recipe. So we're making more cable. And then over here, this should be the cable output, yeah. So we're bringing in 60 wire per minute here, and we're firing out 30 cable per minute here. And you'll notice all of these things are going into smart splitters. The smart splitters are like you know, we're going to fill this first, and then we're going to sushi the shit out of it. And then you can see our sushi line is this guy right here. Right now he's currently empty. Nothing's going to the sushi yet. We got no sushi yet. This is where our reinforced plate's going to come. Reinforced iron plate. It's another one that's a little bit slow. Just because it shares resources with downstairs. Oh, this was another thing I had wrong. This should be a Mark II. I got a Mark II lift. Both of these lifts are Mark II. These lines here should also be Mark II. That causes a backup downstairs. And I didn't discover that until a little later. It should be a Mark II belt. Because see, I have a Mark II belt here. So this line coming up here should have been a Mark II all along. Because these guys here are Mark IIs. And then this should also be a Mark II. Yep, okay. Wait, is this guy a Mark II? This guy's not a Mark II. Should be a Mark II. And this guy coming in and this guy going out should be a Mark II. Should have Mark IIs run into these. This guy uses 18.75 and 37. So we have 37 being used here. Well, wait, do we have 37? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, we have 37 being used here. And over here, we have another 37 being used. So these guys should be Mark II coming in. Well, I guess that could have been Mark I going to the second guy, but coming in here, we should have Mark IIs. It's just a little bit over 60 a minute. Especially for the cable. The cable should definitely be a Mark II. So we're feeding that. And then what happens over here, this is our overflow from that. So all the copper we're making downstairs, all the iron plate we're making downstairs comes up here and it gets fed into these two. And what we get in our depot is actually the excess. We get the excess plate here going into the depot, and we get the excess wire here going into the depot. And that way, we're feeding our reinforced plate first. So we're kind of oversaturating the system, and we're actually using the excess from this to feed our depots. We're not feeding our depots directly. We're feeding them with the excess of this, which actually works out better. And then, like over here, the rods fed here, and then the cables come out. They get fed here. No space left in the depot, so it's going to be starting to fill up our sushi line. Once this hits, what is it, 200? Stack is 200? Yeah. So I'll push that up to 200, so we'll start seeing sushi happening. But anyways, we have wire and cable now going into our depot again. And we have reinforced iron plate coming up pretty good. You can see that's coming up. So we can move on to our next facility. We should be able to place it now. We couldn't place it before. We should be able to place it now. It's going to be on this side. So let's bring up our multiple factory, which we have everything for now. Now, before we place this guy, we got to make sure it's facing the right direction as well. So okay, so there's the input lines. You see all those lines stacked up? Those are our input lines. And I believe the output line is on there as well. So I probably want the input lines facing that way or facing backwards. So let's lock it in there. We'll lock it in here and we'll take a quick look and see what we're dealing with. So the input lines are all going to be on this side. If I do this, the input lines are all going to be on this side. They're all right here. So we have our steel ingots, our copper, and all that stuff, it's running through this side. I believe our output line, to find it, oh, it's right here. That's the output sushi line there. So that could work if I want to run the sushi line across the back of the building and then down this side. And then I could have a storage unit here. So that could work. I'd have the storage unit right here. So that's a definite possibility. It's a definite possibility. Plus the limestone and the steel and everything have to come in from this side, so I can bring the steel in from here. And there's the limestones behind it. I can bring it in from here. There's another iron. I would need to get iron over here. That would be... Oh, it's right there. So I could run from iron from there. So that's a good... This is actually a good spot. And that would leave me that iron node over there. It's impure, but it's still an iron node. It's still, we're not snubbing our nose at 120 per minute. So I think... Or I could even bring that... I could bring... Because this thing I don't think needs 120. I think this is under 120 a minute. So I could even bring that line, just run it across the front here. And bring it into here. From coming across the front. So that's doable as well. So I think this is a good spot for it. Let's drop it in. Kaboom. There's our second factory. Okay. Now, gotta wait for everything to finish materializing. There we go. Okay, so the very, very bottom line here is what? What is very, very bottom line? That is limestone. Okay. This guy here is limestone. I think we have limestone over here. Hey! Hey, puppers! No. Don't run away. Don't run away. Ah, fuck. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Damn it. It's like I go into my inventory and then they're gone by the time I get out of my inventory. There he is. Poppers. Oh, don't do that. Come on. I'll back away. Put my weapon away. Grab my coffee. Go ahead. Yum yum. He had one. Yay! We got a doggo. Oh, what am I going to call you? You're timid, so I'm going to call you Tim. I'm going to call you Timmy. Because you're timid. Or you were timid. Alright, Timmy. We got to make you guys a cage over here now. Gotta find a place to put you. You're a little boy. Or girl. Well, I guess you're a boy, because I named you Timmy. I guess I have determined your gender with your name. Even though I don't think you guys have a gender. You can see the comments now. Did you assume it's gender? No, I didn't assume it's gender. I gave it a name. Okay. Where am I going to put you? You know what? You're going to get a temporary. You get a temporary home, and then I'll build you a full home. Once I get this friggin' factory shit laid out. I wasn't about to abandon you there, just your loans. Oh, wait a minute. That's not going to work, is it? Because I I need to make sure there's absolutely no space underneath this thing. Otherwise they'll warp through the floor. It's a known bug. If you leave space underneath, they warp through the floor. Alright, there you go. We'll leave you right there for now. We're not going to forget about you, though. We're definitely going to... we're definitely going to deal with you. Okay. So, our input's going to be here. And we're going to run limestone. We're going to run... What else are we going to run through here? Limestone, iron, and something. This first one is definitely limestone, so we got to get limestone from the back. Pretty damn sure we don't need a full shebang of limestone. I think it was a really light run, actually. But considering I add to it, you know what? I should probably just add to it before I get going. I should probably add to it. So, we're gonna extend our limestone factory before we even hook it up. Just because I already know that was something that I did, so that is something I am going to do. Oh, cool. Look at this rock. Come on. Don't make me regret not blasting you. Thank you. Like, I could have just blasted you with dynamite. Did not want to. Or Noblest. Did not want to. Did not want to waste it. Don't make me regret my decision. Okay, so this comes straight in here now. To a flat surface, which is cool. The plants coming through the ground, however, are not cool. So we're going to just take care of that. Slightly deal with that uncomfortable situation. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Love it. Good to go. Let's put our mine on here. We're going to stick with Mark II miners, just because it's easier than putting down Mark 1s and then come back replace it with a Mark II, and yeah, don't want to do that. So we'll put a Mark 1, or we'll put a Mark 2. Jesus. We'll put a Mark 2. We're going to lead up with a splitter right off the front of it, because we're not actually going to need all the resources that are going to be coming out of this guy. So we're going to lead off with a smart splitter. That is a merger. We're going to lead off here with a splitter. And you're going to be a jackass, so we'll do it this way. Tell me I can't fucking put it in here. Okay. But before we do that, we have to extend our little system here. Okay. So extend this by 2. And then this gets kind of tricky. I have to put the merger here and then get the merger to go up to there. So I have to actually... I think I had to hover it. I think I had to hover it by 1 to get it to work. Because it not only has to go up, it has to go over. I think that was the only way I could get it to do that. It's just a hovering by 1 here. And we come out of here, go to there. There we go. I think default was the only one that worked. Okay. And then this should work to here. Okay, perfect. And then I put another merger here. It's on the ground level. Fine being on the ground level. It doesn't actually give a shit. there, come into here. Okay, so I think these guys only output 15. Yeah, so 15, 30, that should be good on a Mark 1, and then they come up to there, and then they switch to a Mark 3. I just put a Mark 3 here for no friggin' reason. You guys are fine being a Mark 2. Okay, and then this should also be a Mark 2, because now we're into definite higher tier here. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's one of the fuck ups in the blueprint. Okay, you should be a Mark 2. You are a Mark 1, which should be a Mark 2 as well. We send you upstairs once we're done. Yeah, this was a fuck up right here. This is putting out steel pipe, but I forgot to merge it in here. That was one of the mess ups in this blueprint. Like, why am I not getting pipe? Oh, there's a reason for that. there's a definite reason for that. You forget to hook it up, you dumbass. Yeah, because I couldn't figure out why this was going so slow. The encased industrial beams. I was like, why am I not getting any encased industrial beams? It's because they need 24 steel pipe per minute, and I was outputting 20. So I wasn't outputting full burn. I was starving the shit out of it. So, and that's my steel run. Right? That's my steel run? Yes. This is where my steel comes in. So that line is steel. The top line here is steel. The middle line, I believe, is... I shouldn't say middle, I should say the line below that is copper. Yes. So this line here is copper. This line here should be iron. Yep. Okay. So that's my iron line here. And then this bottom line is for the limestone. So we have to do our limestone in from this side. Okay. Going with the Mark II belts, which I think we might have to upgrade that because this is 45. We have 45, another 45. So, you know what? We might be pulling in 240 here. 45. 45 there. We got 45 here. That's 90. Pull in 45, 45. That's 180. Okay, so we're pulling in 180. So we need at least a tier 3 belt for what we're pulling in here. So we're not pulling no 240, but we definitely still need a tier 3 belt coming in. Let's bring this guy on this way. Should not be going into the building at all, or into the wall at all. And we'll come this way. Can I do? No, I can't. Okay, we'll do a little curve, I guess, to here. And then we'll do it straight from here. Alright, so that'll hook our limestone up. These are, yeah, these should be fine Mark 1s. That is a Mark 1 as well. Okay, let's upgrade this guy to a Mark 2 at least. Oh, he already is a Mark 2. Okay. So Mark 2, Mark 3. Okay, so that should be fine, I think. I think that should be fine. We got power lines to here. This actually, I believe, is my power input for this factory, but I'm gonna just split off a bit for there, and we'll just hook our inputs up over here. I think we have a line here, which we could probably hook up to that line there. You know what, let's bring it out here first. Maybe I'm sensing an opportunity here to give myself more connections. Connections are always good. More connections are even better. Okay, so that'll bring this online. Okay. Connection right there. Can I tie into you? I can. Good. Let's bring you out here. You know what? I'm going to bring it actually out low because I think I'm going to run a... I think I'll be running the sushi line across the back here. So let's bring you down low a little bit before bringing you out to your power pole. You up. Okay, so that'll get the... I'll get that wrecked, but I don't like this. I don't like that at all. That's horrible. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's a no. Definite fucking no. Boom. Like that. Okay. I like that. Now we can switch it back to curve and hook you up. Okay. And here comes the sandstone. Or the limestone. We turned into concrete. Okay, so that's my concrete feed. It's also, I believe, my encased... Well, that's my concrete feed to my encased industrial beams. And then upstairs goes excess, which I believe feeds me concrete. I think that's my concrete feed, as well as the encased industrial beam feed. Okay. Over here, remember I did something here too, but I don't remember what I did. I think I put a second smelter in. If I remember correctly, I put a second smelter in. Because these guys are clocked down for my sheets. I did. I put a second smelter in. Fit. Doing good. Looks like it. It bumps a little bit there, but I don't care. Okay. Connect you up. Come on. Okay. This needs to now come down to a splitter. Takes in 30 and outputs 30. This takes in 30. It's 30, okay, so that's still good on a 60 line. However, I need to get a merger over here now. This was a difficult. this was a difficult prospect. Because this, it doesn't like this. If I remember correctly. So I had to kind of do a weird shimmy here, and a shimmy here. To get that to be, to get that to play nice. Okay, so that's putting out 60 copper, which means these guys can go back up to their full 100%. That takes 20, and this will take 20. Okay, those guys will now start putting out 10 a minute each, which will be 20 a minute total. That's the copper run. Okay, so first thing I got to do is get iron over here. Iron, I needed, how much iron? 90 iron. Okay, so that's 90 iron, and we've upped it to 60 copper. Okay, so this run here is 90 iron, which I think I'll just shovel from over here. I could shovel it from this line, actually. I could shovel 90 off of this line very easily. Send it that way. Might do that. That's the only problem with using curves. You can't put friggin'... Let's line you up. Boom. To there. Curve line back to here. This guy's gonna come off here. And it's gonna go up here. There we go. That's better. Much, much better. Okay. So I need iron to come in lower. So I need to run a copper line on there too. So let's make sure we're not doing anything drastic here. Make sure it's nice and flat and level. That is perfectly level. Okay. Okay, now. Just noticed I don't have anything to pin to over here. So we're going to make something to pin to. At least temporarily pin to. Iron is down at the bottom. Down here. It's on point. Yep. Okay. Now, up to there. Let's see if we can loop this around. Get you to connect to there. Why don't you want to do that? Oops, I didn't want to actually replace that, but I guess I'm going to now. Why won't you do that? That looks like a perfect half loop there, but it doesn't want to connect. Do I have to bring you out further? Bring it further here. Bring it out to here. Let's see if it'll swing around. No. Why don't you swing around? That looks like the perfect loop. I don't see anything wrong with that loop. Or that loop. Ah, default works. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the next one. Upper one. Can I put stand there and have that... Will that work with stand there? Can get us. Not quite, eh? Needs to be a little further out for a stand. Whoops. Now, stand. Needs to be a tiny bit further out for a stand, but that's okay. We're going to do that. can get rid of the wall. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. This doesn't look like hell over here. Oh, and that will stand right there. You can go too. Beautiful. Okay. Get the stands the hell out of here. Alright, now we need copper to come in above that. And our copper is where? And is that starving that? No, you're not starving. Okay. Wait, how much did this guy, how much did I need over here? Yeah. 270? So this is, what's coming out of here? 240. So we only need like 30 from there. Let's swap this out for a one belt. And that should feed it much nicer. Should be a much nicer feed. This side should go... Do I have a priority merger? No, I don't. Because if I have a priority merger, I can prioritize this side. And then this side only feeds when that side is stopping. But I think we're okay here. Because slowing this down should speed that up. Because I'm dropping this to 60 now, which means that should be now at least 60. Even though I think I said I needed 90 over there. Did I need 90 over there? Yeah, I need 90 over there. And I only need 30 here. So... we're gonna get a little sneaky here. We're gonna get a little sneaky here. Hold on to your butts, folks. We're gonna put a merger on top here. No, we're gonna put a merger over here. Put a merger over here. Okay. This guy up. Why does that line up anymore? Hold on. Oh, because... okay, I see what happened. So we'll put a merger there. Alright. So this guy's marked one belt. Why don't you go? Why don't you go? What's going on? There it is. You come out, you go into there. You don't want to go into there. Why don't you want to go into there? Why don't you want to go into your home? What is invalid about that shape? You jackass. It's a slight downward slope. What are you talking about? Invalid. It's barely freaking... oh my god. Okay. Here's what we're doing. Production. No. Logistics. Mirror splitter. You go there. Mirror merger. You go there. Alright. Let's stop fucking around. We're going to make a very simple balancer here. Or at least we're going to try to. Okay. So this is 120 coming out of here. We need 90 going that way. So we need to split this so we have at least some going that way. Okay. We got to spring this one coming that way. And that guy's got to go that way. Fuck you. We'll do default. No, I fucking hate default. We'll do default to here. Okay. That should not be a Mark 3 belt. That should be a Mark 1 belt. Hold on. Hold on. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Logistics. You should only be a Mark 1 belt. Okay. So now we'll switch to our curve. We'll hook you up. Alright. This guy's putting out 120. We're going to grab kind of as much as that as we can. Don't want the walnut. Don't want the cable. We're going to sling it up to there. So this is going to be splitting into 3. Which means that 120 is basically getting, like I said, divided by 3. Now, when we do the math on this, okay, when we do the math, that means we still have 40 going that way, unfortunately. We still have 40 going that way. But this also means we have 40 going here, and we have 40 going there. So that's going to get at least 80, which is a lot better than it getting only 60. Okay? So we've got that traveling that way. The reason I'm doing it like this is because I want to save that iron node over there. I don't want to tap into that iron node. I'm trying to do whatever I can to prevent myself from going that direction. I don't want to go that direction. Now, I could do an even better job here by setting up a rather I guess ridiculous would be the word. A rather ridiculous system here that will prioritize, you know, it'll bring this over, send it in here, and then it'll kind of add to it. I could set up something like that, or something that will kind of, you know, take the excess from here and send it that way, send it back that way, like overflow, you know what I mean? It'll send overflow back. I could do that. Or I could even set this guy to be overflow out that way, in which case it'll definitely send 90 down that way, and it'll send 30 down that way, because that is only going to be overflow. Now the problem with that is, if I accidentally start using more than 90 over here, this is going to starve. That's the only problem with that. So I think it's kind of better to do it by priority. Unfortunately, this splitter, believe it or not, is actually backwards for priority. Priority comes in this side first. So this is actually the priority feed here, unfortunately. There's a way we can fix that too. Okay, there is a way we can fix that. We'll tear this down. Okay, we're going to put conveyor lift Mark 3 here. We're going to send it under, just like that. Okay. So we're basically going to reverse the priority here. So that'll come in there. And this line, which I still want to be a conveyor Mark 1, we'll reverse it and have it come in that side. So by reversing it, what we're going to do is swap the priority here. So the priority now is this guy gets first priority. This guy fills up the difference. It's because these guys do have a priority. The splitters do have or the mergers, I should say, do have a priority side. And I believe it goes clockwise. I think it starts this one, and then this one, and then this one. But I don't know that for certain, so that's kind of why I'm doing I'm doing it this way. I thought they had a priority fill, but it looks like they don't. I thought they had a priority fill, but it looks like they don't. Shit, so that's not going to work either. Okay, well, let's grab the MAM. I haven't decided where the actual base is going to go yet. But we can bring in a second 2 hours. Don't forget to have a protein bar. We can actually have multiple mams, so that's what we're going to do. We'll put down a mam here. Just for now. And down under... What the hell is that under? What the hell the top is under? Material? No, that's the programmable. Where is the priority? Ports? Material resonance screening. That is it. Okay. So there's the priority merger. We need 15 of the... Shit, that's gonna... 15 of the crystal oscillators. Why is that going so slow? Why is that not going up at all? That should be going up. That should definitely be going up. We got a problem there. But I need 15 of the crystal oscillators. What is going on here? Why did it... Oh, because the MAM can only grab from your inventory. It can't grab from that. Okay, look at our sushi line. Oh, our sushi line is full. Look at this. We're full. Our depot's full. Our sushi line's just going... Ah, it's screaming at me. It's like, I need a place to send this shit. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this factory over here is going to be going half-assed because it's going to be able to make it's going to be able to output the ingots, but it can't do anything with the ingots. It'll be like, dude, we're kind of we're hanging out waiting over here. You want to give us a hand? So it's going to be it'll be firing out the ingots. Actually, it's not going to be firing out the ingots because I think I forgot to fucking hook these up. Yep. I did. I did. I forgot to hook this one up. Oh god. That goes upstairs and that does some stuff upstairs. I think I eventually end up moving the splitter over to there. Having this go that way and that way. I think. I don't remember how I had this. This was another factory that required some pretty hefty modifications to it. I don't remember why, but I remember it did. Anyway, we need to get copper over here. Now that we have the iron going, we need to get copper over here. Our copper's hiding over here. So before I get too sidetracked with trying to get the copper perfect, which it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. Before that, we need to get our act together over here. Get some copper going. Okay, so we're gonna send the copper over on a tier 3 belt as well. Yeah, we are gonna be way short. That's not at all how things operate here. Okay, and then we will... I don't think this is going to reach the side of the building. Will it? It will. Will it get around the corner, though? That's the question. Too frickin' long. You son of a bitch. Needs just a tiny bit more distance. A tiny, tiny, tiny bit. So how about we do that, and then it should hopefully get around the corner. There we go. Okay, now we're going to bring it down to here. Just above that one. Down to here. Spin it around. Hopefully spin it around the same we did with the other one. Default. Hallelujah. Fucking cake. Get out the cake! We are having a party. Okay, let's run this line. Which we are now full of lines. Can't even fucking touch that iron. Son of a bitch. Totally forgot I had another iron over here. Okay, you know what? Let's... Oh, dear God. I completely forgot I had another iron line over here. Son of a bitch. Okay, so you know what we're doing here? We're going to take this line here. We're just going to loop it around to here. And away she goes. Okay. Now we're going to take this line up here. Bring it to about here-ish, maybe? Just a curve. And we're going right in the end. Pick you up. Well, that just solved all of our frickin' iron problems. Completely, 100% solved. We still got an iron over there that's not being touched yet. I didn't realize we had all the... We got so much resources over here. This is crazy. I've never been in a spot that had this many resources all at once. This is great. This is wonderful. This is how life should be. It'd be like this. It should be full of resources. Full of resources. Okay. Like, we are friggin' moving now. We're moving. The only thing I have left to get over here is steel. And Caterium. I want to split that Caterium line and get it over here because there's one up top here. Top here. Okay, right here. We're putting out... Yeah, this is it right here. Right here, we're putting out... We're using two machines right here to make wire. And we're using one machine to make plate. And unfortunately, that is leading to god-awful slow production of reinforced iron plate here. God-awful slow. And then, of course, the iron plate comes to the other side here. Over here, it comes out and comes in and meets up with rods from downstairs, and it makes modular frames. Now, the problem is, because the production here is so damn slow, we're putting out 5.625. We're not even putting out 5.625 per minute because the plates are so damn slow. That this production here, which is only putting out 2 per minute, is actually putting out more like 1 per minute. Kind of. No, maybe it's putting out 2 per minute. It might be putting out 2 per minute, but it's fucking slow. I can actually get this up to 7 per minute, I believe. Overclock the shit out of this. Because what happens here is this is outputting 20 per minute, and then I get this guy also outputting 20 a minute. This guy switches over to being plate, okay? And then here, this wire's made using Caterium. Caterium line comes in here, and of course this iron line here gets shifted over. So this basically rotates that way. That's how I solve that. This rotates that way. This line here goes up instead of going like straight like that. It comes up here and goes over that way, raised, and then the the iron line comes in this way and splits here, or I should say splits here to that way, and then this here is Caterium fed in from like right beside here. Caterium comes in like that. So it's a slight adjustment that improves the back end over here dramatically. It ups this by a huge amount. My cube output here goes up a huge amount as well. It's not two per minute. It goes way up, and just makes everything all better. By the way, this is the sushi line here. This is my sushi line for this one. Goes down to the end here, between these two, and then takes a tour down here. So, my sushi line here isn't going to be moving very well. It isn't going to have much on it because I am missing steel. So, you can see there's some lines here that have stuff on them, some lines that don't. This is of course my line for the concrete. Going in there. Where's my... Wait a minute. This concrete, why are you not making sushi? Did I forget to put some... I forgot to connect you fuckers. You batch. Ain't gonna make sushi if I don't have the line connected. Now why ain't you moving? Is this not connected? I bet you this isn't connected. I bet you that's all broken. You should be a Mark III at least. Yeah, you're gonna be broken as fuck. 100% broken as fuck. That's fine. We'll move this. We'll have to move this merger over. Oh, bitch. Hate when shit breaks. So we got a conveyor lift. Let's do a Mark III off of this. You're coming up to there. Okay. Perk. I need to put a conveyor merger off of you. Go that way. There we go. And you go and meet up with this guy. Like so. And that starts the tour de force for the masher. What are you? You're a conveyor lift line 1. Oh yeah, because you're just doing the simple stuff over there, so I don't need a Mark III line or anything like that off of you. You can use a Mark I because you're just cubes, basically. I think it's just cubes. So nothing's gonna be coming up you for a while. Okay. So we got our sushi line here coming down, and it's already backing up because we don't have it going anywhere. It's just like, hey, sushi's here. This is the exit to the sushi line. What tier are you, by the way? Yeah, you need to be a Mark IV. And actually, that whole friggin' line needs to be a Mark IV up here. Using up fuel I don't have. This whole line here, after that splitter, needs to be tier 4. We gotta shove that sucker down the depot because it's gonna friggin' rip. It's gonna rip once all this stuff's going full bore. That sushi line is friggin' full. Trust me, it is a wonder to witness. Okay. So we're gonna put storage. We're gonna put a storage unit in. Let me take a look at my storage units. Is this my staircase storage? This is my staircase storage with sorting. I need computers for it, and I need heavy frames for it. 42 computers, and yeah. Yeah. So this is my staircase storage. So just so you can see, this is the staircase storage unit. It's kind of ridiculous. Basically a very similar setup to what I have now, except it stores a lot more, as you can tell. It has one sushi line coming into it. So you bring in the sushi line on the one side here, the back side here, you can see it there at the top. You bring in the sushi line on the top there, it sorts everything, and then sends out the sushi line at the very bottom. You can see it there, the very bottom. And that sushi line on the very bottom will go to your sink. So, front, a lot of storage. Rear, a lot of storage. Unfortunately, I believe I am using the... I think I'm using a sorter on here that I do not have access to yet. Yes, I am. I'm using the programmable sorter. So before I can put that down, I want to make sure I unlock that, because otherwise that would be cheating. That would be cheating. It's kind of like if I put down, you know, if this factory had the Caterium wire recipe already programmed into it, and I placed it, I don't have access to that recipe yet. That to me would be cheating. So I don't want to do that. I can, but I don't want to. It's so there's the programmable splitter. I'm going to add that to our to-do list, because that is definitely something that I believe we should be getting. We do have access to it. We can build it, or we can unlock it. So that is something I feel very strongly that we should be working towards. This is another thing we should be working towards, our production amplifier, so we can double outputs. The radar towers. Actually, wait, what was the... It wasn't radar towers. Well, that was the priority merger. I guess we don't necessarily need that right now. We should unlock radar technology. That's going to be a hard one for us to do right now, though. Once we get into fuel, we'll be able to unlock the rifle and whatever. We'll be able to unlock the rifle stuff, because we'll have the ability to make this stuff. The residue. We'll have the residue. Okay, so let's. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna call it here. I was gonna get started on that other stuff, but I think we'll call it here, because we're already 20 minutes after. 20 minutes after our 2-hour limit. So I think going any further is just going to lead us into a 3-hour, 4-hour video. So we'll put the hold on right now, and we'll do that next time. We'll get our steel over here. Got to get ourselves some more hard drives to scan, because that's going to be a big thing. Maybe we can get some started on the fuel. We have the two oil spots there. I'm not sure where we're going to put our fuel power plant, because the fuel power plant can get pretty fucking big. So we may have to find a site for the fuel power plant. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. It's definitely something that won't take too long. Won't take too much time. But it is something that we're going to have to work on. So, with that said, Did I not put that centered? I didn't put that centered. Fuck you. You bastard. One in, one in. There we go. Okay. That's better. Alright, so that'll be next time. We'll get our doggos over here. We'll bring our doggos over and maybe make a doggo pen. I think if I'm going to put the storage over there, I can put the hab in front of it. And then that'll leave open room over there for refineries and stuff like that. For plastics and such. And start tearing down our old base. At least what we don't have here, we can tear down from over there. Or what we do have here, I should say, we can tear down from over there. That'll get us some more resources, Mercer spheres and that kind of stuff. So I think, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. So that's going to be it for this episode, folks. This is Jody and signing off. I will see you next time. Take care and have a great one. Bye-bye now.